Hi everyone, welcome back to the IT and Psychology YouTube channel. My name is Dev Mahe and today we are going to be continuing with our chapter 5 Emotions of Psychology 12th grade. We had learned in our previous part of this chapter the history of emotions and the basics of emotions, from which basics of emotions has been removed from the syllabus for 12th graders who will be appearing for boards next year in the month of March or whenever it's kept by the committee of boards, whatever it's called. So for now we'll be studying 5.3 and 5.4. These will be the topics we'll be covering up in this video, and I would like to tell you that please watch the previous videos and get a proper grasp of what has been taught and what will be asked in the further topics. So go through this topic, revise this properly, and telling you that I've completed the first 4 chapters. You'll find the video links in the description, the playlist links. You can see those that include the concepts explanation and the thorough discussion of exercise solutions. You can see that, and I've mentioned a video for the questions that have been removed from the syllabus of psychology as well as IT. You will see the link in the description as well, and I've made a video on the reduced syllabus or the 25% syllabus that has been removed from IT as well as psychology. So it took a lot of hard work. You can check that out as well. Uh, if you have any doubt pertaining the topics taught in those videos, just go through them once or twice, see them completely. If you do not understand them, you can contact me on Telegram via the link given in the description. So let's start. 5.3 Physiological Changes During Emotions. Here we have our activity. So based on this activity, we need to understand what we'll be learning in this unit. Think, reflect, analyze and discuss. State what will you feel and how will / did you behave in the given following situations. So giving a disclaimer here, this is an activity you need to discuss this with your faculties after you analyze, after this analyzation step. This after you analyze your answer, you have to discuss this with your faculties or your friends to get an efficient answer for this. So this is important. This understanding this will just help you move forward and give you a better overview of the topics we will be learning in the future. So let's start reading our activity. You are crossing the road and suddenly find a car breaking the signal and speeding up towards you. Second, you reach home and find the table laid with your favorite dish cooked by your mother. Then we move forward to the third one. You receive a phone call telling you that your best friend is undergoing an operation and needs blood. Fourth, recall an incident in your childhood when you were insulted by an adult. So either of these will have another every emotion displayed, and just discuss this and get an efficient answer. And we move forward to our content part that we'll be learning in this unit. Emotion is derived from the Latin word emovere. I apologize for the legendary punctuation given to us by our board, which means to stir up or move. According to David G., human emotion involves physiological arousal, expressive behavior, and a conscious experience. So our human emotion is built up by these 3 aspects. These might be asked to you in the objectives. Please go through this. This is an important part. I'll just mark this for you. Where is that? I'll mark this. This has been marked. Mark this important in your textbooks as well. The correlation is depicted in the figure given below. So now just remember that this is very important. This is asked and repeatedly asked every time. Cognition, perception and interpretation of the situation causing physiological changes. Example, roar of the lion. This is our cognition. This is what we see. What we react or what emotion we give out immediately is that You'll be frightened, right? You'll be scared if you just hear a roar of the lion like 10 to 15 meters. You sense it. So you'll feel scared. You'll be petrified of what situation you have been put in. So emotion, the outward sign of what a person is expressing or feeling. This is our emotion. Adding these two aspects up, we get our connotation, our behavior, which will output, causing an urge to take an action, fight or flight, and experience. Example, you will just run away to safety. This is our connotation. We'll learn this in detail in our next page. On our next page, sorry. So let's see how this works. So we have our next activity given here. Think, analyze, and act. You see a snake with reference to the above given components. Fill the process with your interpretations, feelings, and actions. So just fill in this and go through these answers with your faculties. Then we move forward to our actual explanation of our cognitive, emotional, and connotation level. Physiological changes refer to automatic reactions that take place in the body due to response to stimulus. If you analyze the above situation, what happened when you saw a snake? The brain at the cognitive level perceives the stimulus as dangerous based on the knowledge that this animal is poisonous and a threat to life. This threatens your existence. This arouses physiological changes in the form of a dilated pupil, faster heartbeats, increased pulse rate, sweating, screaming, or yelling or crying, heart palpitation, the negative one. So this is our cognitive level output will be perceived, or what our stimulus will be reacting to. Then we have our emotional level. At the emotional level, you experience fear, immense fear, that that thing, that animal is dangerous. The autonomic nervous system and glandular system signal the pituitary gland, which activated the adrenal gland to secrete the cortisol hormone that triggers either a fight or flight emotion. So this was an emotional level. This is much easier to interpret than cognitive level, but these are the aspects that build up our next level we'll moving forward to, that is our connotation level. The connotation level action plan, run away, calling for help, or rushing to an object to capture the animal. So this will be our output or our reaction as soon as we see it. So let us take a basic strong emotion of joy and happiness. Recall your most joyous moment like your birthday. The stimulus is highly positive, so the body releases dopamine and serotonin hormones. Both these chemicals are heavily associated with happiness. Low serotonin level is closely linked with severe case of clinical depression. So as we had learned that what is depression, what causes depression. Here we know that what is linked to a drop of confidence of what causes our depression. So here low serotonin is closely linked to a severe case of clinical depression. So you need to see a professional about it because this might cause your confidence or your optimism to be shattered. You will become a pessimist. Literally, I'm saying you with telling you with experience. You smile more, faces flushes or heart races, tingling sensation in the stomach, elevating your mood and reducing your stress. So you feel on cloud nine. You feel very happy. Strong basic emotions like happiness, sadness, fear, anger, etc. are directly linked to the arousal of physiological changes which occur during emotions, especially internal and external. Read the illustrations given below for more details. So these are the details given to us for the internal and external emotions we'll be feeling. So here we have the internal ones. The internal, the brain, CNS, ENS, glandular system, adrenal gland, limbic system, amygdala. So these are our internal systems that will represent our emotions. Increase in the heart rate and heartbeats, blood pressure and body temperature. Decrease in secretion of saliva and dryness of mouth. Increase in pulse rate, respiration rate and expansion of chest. Decrease in GI tract functioning. This was our internal ones. Then we move forward to our external, the visceral and muscular system. Change in the voice, volume and tone, facial expressions, body language, stiffness in muscles, sweating forehead, palms, feet, wrinkles on the forehead, lip and jaw alignment, redness and dilated pupils, erection of hair on the skin and skin temperature changes. This is goosebumps. Just remember this as goosebumps and you will just it will click to you that this is the erection of hair. This is just easy. Just take 10 minutes. You just go through this easily. It won't take you much time. Just go through this video properly. Pause where you do not understand. Take time. If you have doubts, I've already mentioned the link for Telegram. Contact me there. I'm available for any doubts anytime. Just post it there. You'll receive the answer for your doubts in a few hours, but you'll receive it the same day. That's my guarantee. Then we have our activity 7. Do, observe and discuss. Stand in front of the mirror and looking at your face, make the following facial expressions: anger, disgust, fear, happiness, sadness, and surprise. What kind of changes do you notice in your facial muscles? Rate of heartbeat, respiration, skin temperature, etc. Share this with your co-partner and write down with your observations. So I do not need to say this again, but just go through this, and this is very easy. It's like not much efforts, just a survey on yourself. So not that much of efforts. Now we have the next content part we'll be reading out. So now that you are aware of what an impact a positive or a negative emotion can have on your body, now you can very well become more conscious of how you express your emotions and deal with them in a healthy manner. Researchers have proven that practicing gratitude, mindfulness, altruism, kindness, empathy, compassion, and forgetfulness are highly effective ways of balancing your emotions and dealing with the stressful challenges one faces in a day-to-day life. So researchers, here we have learned that how a person can stay healthy, keep their mind clean, how he or she can just forget every issue in their life and act positive every second of their life. So this was our 5.3, unit 5.3, that is our physiological changes during emotions. So pause here, remind if you have any doubts. We'll be starting with our 5.4 now. Unit 5.4, emotional well-being. We have our first one here, first detail given here. Anjali knew her 12th prelims were going to start in 2 weeks. She had been studying hard, but she felt like she wasn't prepared. She started avoiding going out so that she could study. When she would take out her books to read, she couldn't concentrate. She kept thinking, this is so hard, I'm going to fail. My parents will be so disappointed about me. Anjali would keep reading the same page over and over and over again without understanding what she was reading. And then, when she felt guilty about the amount of time she had wasted on one chapter, as the prelim exam got close, she got more anxious about her exam, and 2 days before her paper, she got a high fever. Anjali was determined to give her exam. She did with her high fever. Unfortunately for her, she didn't get the marks she had hoped for and was disappointed. So see, if you're wasting your time somewhere it is not required, your investment is destroyed. You will take the stress. You brought that stress on yourself. You have to accept it. You have to work hard. But what result comes out will not be the same you expected before. It will not be the one that will help you or that will make you happy, but it will disappoint you and make you feel that you did this mistake. But you have to find the positives in yourself. Work hard. There's still time. 5 months is not less. It's actually a great boon. Study as much as you can. Self study is the best kind of study according to me. So this was an example. Do you think there is anything that Anjali could have done differently? Of course, she would have done something differently. She would have worked harder. She could have had a better influence around her. Her parents already were telling her to study. Of course, every parent does. If she would have listened to her, she would have gone out lesser. She would have given out a better result. In this case, study, it is easy to think that a poor outcome was a result of physical illness, the fever. But this wasn't. The fever was brought about by her own doing. See, if she's feeling stressed, she's very stressed, she'll miss on sleep. Missing on sleep will cause headaches. She'll miss classes as well. Headaches, consecutive headaches will cause fever. Something will go wrong with the body. So just maintain your psychological state, physiological state. You do not need to stress about anything. There's still time. Okay. So let's continue. But do you think that there would be other factors that were also playing a role here? Anjali has focus in her studies due to high anxiety, which negatively affected her immune system and caused her to fall sick. See, her issue. While physical well being is observable to the common eye, emotional well being is innate and not easily observable. So, this is an aspect that people need to take care of, or they'll fall sick every other day. It can be measured on the basis of how a person rationally handles the situation in a calm and healthy manner. Emotional well-being is gaining importance in today's fast-paced lives that we lead. There are several external stressors, example peer pressure, exam pressures, family expectations, etc., that can have an impact on us. But you do not need to take all the stress. Just be streamlined. Let all of that go away. Just dodge all of it. Maintain your focus and just, as Sadhguru says, whatever you're doing, you should be damn good at it. Please maintain your focus on one thing, only one thing. Even though even though you love it, maintain your focus on one thing. See, studying something does not go, what do you say, waste. Studying something just gives you knowledge, etc., etc. So you're just gathering knowledge that will someday become experience. So just focus on what you're doing now. Focus everything. Focus on not everything. Just by not dissecting your energies in different parts, concentrating on your JWE. I'll give need also. I'll give this also. I'll give that also. Concentrate on one entrance. Concentrate on one thing. You will sail through. Other point of views may be different, but what I say is that different exams have different strategies. It's all different. It's not same all the way. So let's continue. Sorry for going off topic. As humans, we will always experience negative emotions while coping with such stressors. We need to ensure that we can manage these negative emotions so that they don't prevent us from leading a good life. Emotional well being means managing our emotions, both positive and negative ones, so that we can lead a healthy and productive life. Thus, understanding and managing one's emotions, encouraging positive emotions, and not getting overwhelmed by the situation. Negative emotions is also an aspect of emotional well-being. So, as I said, equilibrium is maintained. So, emotional well-being also holds negative emotions and our positive emotions. And there might be other aspects that have not been discovered, but these are our primary emotions, positive and negative. Work on these, maintain balance, and you will achieve great things. Then we move forward to our next unit, unit 5.4.4, sorry, 5.4.1. How do we achieve emotional well-being? Lots of researches have been conducted to try and answer this question. Some of the ways it can be achieved will be discussed here. The reason for this is that there is no one formula for emotional well-being. Instead, there are a lot of techniques that have been found to be helpful in the regulating our emotions at the physical, emotional, and social stage. Some of them are mentioned ahead. So we have a detailed box structure for our three emotions, or the three aspects, or the three techniques to handle our emotions: the physical, emotional, and social stage. We'll be reading out our first stage, that is physical stage. Exercising releases endorphins, a chemical that makes us feel good and also acts as an essential stress buster to negative thought cycle and accompanying negative emotions. For example, a sad, guilty, and anxious mindset. Then we move forward to our second one, that is eating a well balanced healthy diet to provide adequate nutrition and avoid health issues. So this is an important pointer as well. Is there I had read this quote somewhere that what you eat is what you are, what you become. It's something like that. So this is an important stage as well, that how you can keep your physical well-being up to date. So this was our physical stage. Then we move forward to our emotional one. B, emotional. Managing stress by raising levels of motivation, engaging in meaningful activities and hobbies, and connecting with optimistic people that help you develop. So, this is meeting new people, being optimistic in life, just being more of an extrovert than just being alone, thinking of your negatives, moving out, increasing the size of your bubble, meeting new optimistic people, sharing your positive thoughts, give and take of positive thoughts. This is what emotional well-being causes. Practicing mindfulness and staying connected with the present rather than ruminate on the past, thus raising our emotional health. So this is an important pointer as well. That do not dwell on your past, what mistakes you have done in your past. You cannot change those. Maintain your focus on your present and what your future has to be achieved. What you have to achieve in your future by just focusing in your present. Past Thinking of the past won't do you any good. Then we move forward to our third one, that is C, social. Building meaningful relationships with others provides us with emotional support and boosts our morale. So, if you have a bad influence or bad circle, your emotional well-being will be destroyed. This was a negative aspect. Then we move forward to a positive aspect. You have optimistic people around you. You have powerful mindsets around you. You will achieve great things in your life. So your company matters. Who you are with matters. This is how your personality will be built up. Then we move forward to a next pointer. Volunteering and engaging in pro-social acts develops our self-esteem, confidence level, reduces depression, and develops feeling of gratitude. Makes a person, and what do you call it? Shows person what empathy is. Then we move forward to our next subtopic, that is Unit 5.4.2, that is our benefits of emotional well-being. An individual who is high on emotional well-being will experience the following benefits. So we have our 5 benefits that we'll be achieving if we have a emotional well-being. So the first one here is coping with stress. Second is better self-regulation. Third is increasing productivity. Fourth, increased creativity. Fifth, life satisfaction. So these are the 5 mantras to emotional well-being. We'll read this out one by one. The first one we have here is coping with stress. They are better able to deal with stress. They use healthy methods like talking to friends, exercise, etc. to cope. So these coping with stress is just socializing. You feel better when you talk to people. So just remember, I know another quote. शैतान मतलब what do you call it? खाली दिमाग शैतान का घर होता है. So you, if you're not thinking of anything, you need to keep yourself occupied. Keep yourself occupied around people that will affect you positively. That will help you cope with stress. Then we have our second pointer, that is better self-regulation. They are able to deal with emotions such as anxiety, anger, and fear without allowing the emotions to overpower them. They can label how they feel and accept these negative emotions as being a normal part of life. So, better self regulation, not much to explain, but this is an important aspect as well. Increases productivity. Feeling positive makes them feel energized, which helps in the performance of various tasks like studying, playing, and etc. The ability to focus and think clearly is also enhanced in emotionally healthy people. Next is increased creativity. They are open to new experiences and curious in life. They can think of different strategies to solve a problem when one fails. So these people are good at hit and trial, and they are actually efficient enough to find their way around the problem. Then we have our life satisfaction. They are able to build relationships and have deep personal connections. They perform activities like volunteering in social service or philanthropic activities which helps give purpose and meaning to their lives. So these were our benefits of emotional well-being. And just go through these, pause the video, rewind. If you have any doubts, contact me on Telegram. If you have any doubts on the topics taught in this video or the topics taught in previous videos, part 1's link would be given in the description, or you might see a link on the top in the I button. You can see via that on the video via the link given in the description as well. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, follow me on Patreon via the link given in the description as well. And thank you for your support, guys. We have successfully crossed 300 subscribers. Thank you. Take care.